Hello, America. My name is Nate Boyd, doing another edition of Nate Boyd YouTube Live Reports. I'm doing this report today because I believe that our young people in our urban communities are in dire straits, and I believe the issues and the situations and the problems are only continuing to get worse. We have a serious epidemic. I would call it epidemic, a pandemic, a crisis of young black people killing each other, shooting and killing each other. It's not just happening in my city, but it's happening in every city across America, and that's why this message is for all of you across America, because this is one, I believe, very definite, concrete, and proven answer to how we can stop the gun violence in our community and also address the poverty issues. And so, what I'm talking about is bringing martial arts and self-defense classes to grammar schools across America, across the city. I'm talking about making martial arts a mandatory course for all of our grade school kids from the age of 6 years old. Once they reach first grade, get out of kindergarten, from first grade all the way up to 12 years old, before they get to high school, maybe even 13, but I'm saying 12 years old, they need to be trained in martial arts so that they can be trained in discipline, in respect, self-respect, respect for others. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because we really have no other choice. I mean, I've been saying what I'm saying right now for the last 15, 20 years, that this is what we have needed, in my city and across America. In those 20 years, gun violence has only gotten worse in our communities, to the point now where we got really teenagers, pre-teenagers, teenagers killing people, shooting people, girls shooting girls. It's incredible the amount of violence that's going on in our community, and how do we address it? Now, people want to tell you that it starts at home with the parents, but I say that's BS. That's BS because America has taken the ability to be a parent to your child really out of your hands. They've taken the ability for you to discipline your child out of your hands, America. Okay, black America, colored people of color America. We cannot chastise our kids. We cannot discipline our kids without having some type of problem from the authorities, from the powers that be. They can go to school and tell their teachers that you've abused them by just giving them their basic behind whooping like they probably need, like you grew up with. You understand? Then you wind up finding yourself in court. You got charges coming up. You got child abuse. You got people all in your business because you're trying to be a good parent. So then what happens? Then what we do as parents, we become apprehensive. Now the next time it happens, we don't want to put our hands on our kids no more. Now we got we what I mean. We got a problem. We worried about it. Well, if I hit him too hard, I might go to jail. If I leave a mark on his behind, I might go to jail. You see that position you puts it in. So now the parents are doing less and less. So now the kids is doing more and more. So now you ain't listening to your parents, so now they go to school. Now they're going to listen to them teachers, to them white teachers, especially our kids, our black kids. Let's keep it real, black America. Okay? You ain't got no black men in the schools teaching your kids. No role models for them to look at. All you got is white people, white men and white women in there teaching your little black child, who they are so extended far from that it couldn't be more than the truth. I mean, it is what it is, and white people accept this. They'll tell you this too. So now what I would say to you is become a crisis. It's an epidemic. It's only going to get worse. Now listen, they come up with, and Biden comes up with, and different people come up with, we can get more police. Let's play more for police. We don't need to defund the police. We need to give the police more money. For what you going to give them more money for? To hire more police, to give the police that are existing to work in a double time, triple time. Okay? When you could be taking that same money and that same energy and putting it into young people in the streets. You could be paying them from 14 years old. I know that's how it is in New York State, to clean up their communities, okay, to have some money in their pockets. So, I mean, it's really simple, these answers, but I'm trying to focus now. I don't want to get distracted about the job thing. So I just want to be focused right now on the mentality of our children. Now, see, it's a mentality thing. So by the time they get to be teens, then their mentality already is messed up. They done seen what's going on in their community. They done seen the depression. They done seen the poverty. They notice who's getting the money. Their role models, their role models are the drug dealers. Okay? Their role models are the people that's getting the money. So what they gonna do? I'm telling you right now, You see what I mean? So you got to change the mindset. Okay, so how do you change the mindsets of our children? You got to start when they're very early, very young. Now, this is something that I told a councilman in my city recently, a white councilman. I told him clearly, if you go to the suburbs, and this is any suburb probably in America, you go to the suburbs, what you're going to see is you're going to see those martial arts schools packed with white kids. You're going to be packed with white kids. And I'm telling you, they paying long money. You understand? They paying big money. They might be paying in excess $100 a month per child. Quiet, Domino. For them to go to those martial art classes and train in martial arts and learn discipline, self-control, and how to fight with their hands so they don't have to use guns. Now, these people pay all this money for their kids when they get out of school to go and do this stuff. This is a proven fact. My councilmen agreed with me. Legislators have agreed with me because it's a fact. Because they send their kids, same thing, you know. I got black legislators, kind of people I talk to, say the same thing. This is how they change kids in their family, by taking them to some discipline. So now I would tell you that clearly you have to think out of the box. This is the time for us to think out of the box. And it's not even that far out of the box. But it's to the point where we have no control. There is no other answers. There is no other answer right now, at least in America. You want to gain back these streets. You want to stop these kids from becoming shooters and murders earlier and earlier. You have to do something now. You got to treat it as a crisis right now, as an epidemic right now, as a pandemic right now. Because 5 years from now, there'll be 11 and 10-year-olds out there shooting and killing people. That's just the way it is, folks. That's just how we're going to continue to decline unless something changes in the community. Now, so I'm telling you that we have to start at the schools. Now, if we implement martial arts programs, mandatory curriculum into the schools, okay? Well, these kids, they have to take this. They have to take meditation in the morning, and then they have to take these classes where they learn discipline, self-control, how to fight, how to say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. We instill all these things in them. We make sure that they have a meal there when they leave. Make sure that they have a meal. We're going to make sure that they have uniforms. We're going to make sure they have bags, all the equipment that they need. We're going to give them everything they need to become a success. And what we should consider is, seriously, folks, we should consider giving these kids, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me not even get ahead of myself. But I will tell you that beside the school, we also need to open up facilities where the kids that can't make it at school, or kids that need to make it in the evening, they need to have a facility where they focus on this stuff just for these urban children, these inner city children. Now, the reason I'm focusing on this now is because there's so much COVID-19 money in America right now. You got millions and millions of dollars, billions of dollars as a matter of fact, to address the things that are going on. So there's no excuse now why the government can't try some of this as a pilot program across America to put these martial art programs in these urban schools. Okay, in these urban schools, and where our urban children can learn some discipline. And this is what's most important. There needs to be instructors that look like me. Okay? We don't need to have a program like this and then have a bunch of white instructors come in teaching our black kids. Again, that's going to be a problem right there, especially our men. We need to go out and find, and there are plenty of black martial artists. I'm a 5th-degree black belt in martial art, in Taekwondo, been training for 47 years, and there are many other people that are just like me that are out there and willing to come on and take these jobs, take these positions to help our kids, okay? So this is something that we can do. It's feasible. You got to think out of the box. Now, either we can keep on seeing year after year more and more killing going on, okay, from our kids who got no disrespect, who got no discipline, who have no self-control. Or we can do something about it. We can be proactive. We can do this together. I'm talking about the highest levels. I'm about to go talk to my congressman about this. I'm trying to see if I can get an interview with my governor about this situation and what's going on, because this is a main problem and we have to address it. It's critical. We have critical mass now with our kids. So I would ask you, what are you willing to do to change things? Okay, so now I need you to subscribe to this page. Okay, if you believe in what I'm saying, I need you to, I'm going to create in the next, when you come back on here, probably in the next couple of days, I'll have an online petition I have an online petition where I have created, okay? And then people, all of us, all across America, we can sign this online petition, not just in my home city or my home state, but this online petition where America, if you understand what I'm saying, if you have a child that's living in this, if you want to see this change, if you have a child that's out of control and you want some control back in your child's life, if you don't want to see your child given over to the streets, then you need to sign onto the petition and say, yes, this is what we need in our schools. Yeah, please spend our money like this. And parents, let me tell you something. So this avoids you the cost of having to spend all kinds of money that you don't have to put your child in a program like this. See, because I know plenty of people that's got bad kids, and that's what they did. They put them in martial art program to straighten them out. And guess what? It straightened a lot of them out. It gave them a new avenue for that energy. Okay? But this is for the have-nots. Okay? This is for the have-nots. And this is something that the government, the city municipalities, that the school boards can do together. Okay, so I would say this is a thing for all of you to share with your governors, to share with the school board. I'll be sharing this with parents, with school boards, but we're going to put this online petition together, and you need to let America know that you think that it's a good idea for us to bring discipline back to our children. And the only way that we're going to do that is that we have to go right into the schools, we have to go right and get them while they're young, and we have to teach them. Okay, we have to teach them. We have to create in our schools houses of discipline and self-control. Okay, so until next time, this is Nate Boyd, YouTube Live, saying, hey, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention.